Hey y'all, Dave here at Wild Hearts Farm. So we recently had this outdoor fire pit and pavers installed. Now we're huge DIYers here at Wild Hearts Farm, but sometimes we'll bring others in to help us out with projects like this. We love the way it turned out. We actually used leftover stone from our fireplace during our home build. We actually bought that in bulk because it was such a good deal. We know we'd use it for projects just like this. So after this was finished, we wanted to get some Adirondack chairs around the fire pit, have a good place for seating for our friends and our family when they come to gather. We set out looking for some Adirondack chairs. They're really expensive. It's really hard to find ones that we actually like. So if we can't find it to our specifications, we'll build it. So several years ago, while we still lived in the suburbs, a neighbor of ours actually built us these Adirondack chairs. It's a really great story, very touching story, and I would highly recommend you go to our Instagram page, wild_hearts_farm, where we can find that story. We love these chairs. They're very comfortable. They're very durable. They have these big arms that basically eliminates the need to have an end table because you can put your phone, your drink, your book, rest it right here. So I use this as a template to get my measurements, to get my materials, and to basically get my cuts. So we were able to build 4 of these chairs for under $150. Come on, I'll show you how it's done. So this project took me the better part of a week to build all 4, so about a chair a day. I would first cut all my pieces in groups, so legs, arms, back, and seat. Then on the latter half of the day, I do all the assembly. I started by making all the cuts to length. I used primarily 1x6s, and this is treated decking wood for this build. Upright leg assembly is 2 feet in length, bottom leg assembly 3 feet, and arm is another 3, so 2 8-foot pieces of this lumber is enough for arms and legs of this chair. Because I was building 4 of these chairs, I created a template for the legs and arms. Now you can get really creative with your design and round out the arms if you like, or add some additional curves on the legs, but for us, we use the same design as the other chairs. To make sure my final cut on the back leg is level, I assembled the 2 leg pieces first and used a straight piece of wood for a level cut. So from there I moved on to cutting down the pieces needed for the seat. So I cut the 1x6 boards to 23 inches, and then I ripped them down the middle. So you need 7 in total. Yeah, so for the back uprights I used 1 full 3-foot piece in the middle, and then 2 3-foot pieces ripped in half down each side. You can play around with this to create a look you like, and just kind of get creative. Now I used a piece of 5/4x6 treated decking for my bottom and top upright braces, as it's a little beefier. And I cut the top upright brace at a 30-degree angle at 27 inches in length, and then I ripped this down using the other half of the bottom brace at 23 inches in length. I used a treated 2x4 to make the arm braces. These are 7 inches in length, so a single 45-degree cut and then another straight cut at 7 inches will get you actually both braces.
Then it was on to assembly. So starting with the legs, I sanded them down really well to get all the hard edges off and smooth off all the surfaces. I made my measurements for the angles that I liked and assembled the two pieces together using 4 1 1/4 inch deck screws, pre-drilling all of my holes for good measure. Then onto the arm braces. These are just centered on the outer upright arm and then attached using 2-inch deck screws. Then I moved on to the chair back. First sanding every piece down, then laying them out in the pattern that I wanted. I attached the back brace first to the center upright piece, and then used a spacer to get the exact distance I wanted between each upright. After attaching the extended angle back brace, which is up a little higher, which I have to admit wasn't easy, but reach out if you need any tips on this. After that, I made a pretty simple angle cut to add some design to the chair. Now, you can get real creative with this, but for us, we just like simple lines, so a simple angle up to that nice 3-foot piece in the middle is all we wanted. Because I was building 4 of these chairs and working by myself, I fabricated a brace to use when assembling the base of the chair. I added just the very front seat piece and back brace before assembling the back and arms. The back brace is 12 inches behind the upright chair leg. So I had to get creative and used a chair and a couple blocks of wood to help set the chair back and help to assemble the arms. The front first lined up on the arm braces, and the back of the arm last lined up on the back brace. And finally, you assemble the seat. I used each 1x6 piece as a spacer for the next. Keeps a consistent spacing that looks really good. Make sure you attach to the bottom of the back before starting this process. We are so happy with the way these turned out. They are a great addition to our outdoor space, and all 4 of these chairs under $150. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you liked the video and want to see more DIY projects around the homestead like this, go ahead and subscribe. And thanks for stopping by and joining us in building Wild Hearts Farm.